I'm going off the cuff with this one, so forgive me if I jump around a lot. I just got done watching Cowboy Bebop or whatever that was. Right off the bat, I'm just letting you know now. This is probably spoiler territory because I don't care. This is the few things I can highlight does overshadows how why is there American productions constantly trying to take animes and turning them into live actions by making them diverse and making them this way? I'm like, no, if they want to do it, let them do it. It and people could go, well, you could try. No, no. It already is weird just because of how things are put in. Now, I am not the biggest fan of Cowboy Bebop. I think Cowboy Bebop is alright. There are people who look at me like I'm crazy because I don't think it's like the greatest anime ever or the top 10. I think it's an enjoyable experience. I'm talking about the anime. And I've really liked Jet throughout the anime. I thought the anime was fine. I thought the movie was actually pretty good. I actually have the movie, if I remember correctly. Like, I thought that movie was very well done. I'm talking about the, anime movie with Vicious. But overall, Cowboy Bebop to me is, it's good. I've grown to appreciate it more as I've gotten older. But it's not a go-to anime where I'm like, dude, you got to go see this. So, me talking about this should say something. First off, they have this actor, Eden Perkins, and everybody's pushing the they and them. I don't care. Ed is someone who everyone assumed was a guy, and by the end of the series, or towards the end, as you go through the series, you find out Ed is a female. So I really don't care that this person decided they're they and thems. You're playing a character who everyone thinks is a boy, later to figure out it's a girl. So you being non-binary means nothing to me. I don't know why they're pushing that. That to me is completely stupid. I don't care. Then Ed itself. Oh my gosh. Okay. I do not believe that there's one thing cannot move to another medium if the right adjustments happen. Marvel has proven this. There are people who say the character Ed could not translate in live action. Yes, Ed could. But what that was just flat out annoying. Ed never felt annoying. Ed always felt funny. There was no charm. It was just like, guy. And I'm like, you're like a little kid on a sugar high. Like you have ADD or a red, yellow, 5 allergy that makes you get super hyper. And you took it. And it's taking you to the ADHD level. And before anybody gets, I'm offended. No, my brother has it, so deal with it. And I've seen what happens if he's not careful with his sugar. He gets like that. He bounces off the wall. So stop being offended about everything. Grow up. Moving on. Now, because Ed's only in there for like a minute, and I was like, someone throw a rock. Throw a rock. Jeez. Anyway, John Cho. I like John Cho. I'm actually a very big fan of John Cho. I have enjoyed John Cho and all the Harold and Kumar movies. I always waited patiently for a Harold Kumar movie. I have all 3. I like John Cho. I think it was in Searching. Thought it was an excellent film. John Cho is a very talented actor. I love John Cho's portrayal as Sulu. And I feel as though John Cho, I know a lot of people complain about John Cho being older and stuff like that. I mean, John Cho still looks good. I know Japan said he looked bad or whatever. I feel like John Cho could have led a movie or something with an action thing. Like John Cho has the chops for it, and John Cho is one of the only things I liked in this thing. Honestly, I thought John Cho's performance was pretty decent. I actually did enjoy that Spike throughout the series wanted to just end Faye, like let me kill her a little bit, because yes, and I'll get to that in a second. The lighting was weird. I know some people said it was good, some people said it was bad. It kind of jumped for me. It was just odd. But the show starts off pretty good. Faye comes in way earlier than what Faye did in the series. And the show drops down when Faye walks in. After all that hypocritical bullcrap that the actors talking about, let's avert the male gaze, and you're just all complaining about my costume because of this. Your costume looks stupid. I'm watching it and I'm like, I know I've been kind of quiet about all this stuff going on. I was like, you know what? Let me just be quiet. I'm not going to jump on every subject because I'm sick and tired of Hollywood and this whole avert the male gaze. How about you just do what we tell you to do and make something good? If you're going to adjust the costume, there was a way you could have adjusted the costume. That wasn't the way. And you can't say functionality because wrestler females wear clothes that would be like Faye. Like, you could have designed it a little closer and still made adjustments for form and functionality. But no, avert the male gaze. Wah. Well, yeah. Well, it looked like trash. I hated every costume she had on. The only one that was even remotely okay was the red dress, and even that was annoying. I didn't like that much. And that was the only one out of the whole set. So I was like, oh, at least that one's all right. And I mean a low all right. And for all the mouthing she did and all that junk attacking fans because fans want a faithful adaptation and not just something you're going to throw at us, she deserves all the fails. She was like one of the worst things in this show. She was just like, please stop trying to avert the male gaze. If you're going to adapt it, keep it. Keep that garbage political bull to yourself. Seriously. This felt like a budget cut at times. Like, sometimes it felt like you could see the green screen. It felt just off. The sets were sometimes cheap. Jet was okay. He's my favorite character, but with the race swap, it still felt jarring to me. Because really, why do you need to keep doing these race swap things when you could have just did something else? You could have taken these actors and did something else with a spacefaring bounty hunter thing, and you probably would have gotten better results than Cowboy Bebop. I did like the space, like when they were in space, I thought that actually stood out fine. But going back to it, because now I mentioned Ed, I can't get it out of my head again. There was a way to do Ed, and what that was not it. There should have been... You could have had Ed be more subtle, like still be super energetic and stuff, but have a quiet moment. And in that thing, it was like, it felt like just a child nagging at you, trying to get your attention, like, mommy, mommy, instead of a character trying to be energetic. It didn't feel energetic like a child exuberance. It felt like a child who was having a fit. Once again, like I said, I'm not even the biggest fan of the anime, but what the F? I'm trying so hard not to curse. And then there was like weird changes. Like Anna is now Annie and Spike is Fearless. I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, where's Spike's cybernetic eye? Like, that's actually one of the cool things I like. I like characters that have cool cybernetic eyes. I don't know why. Like when they do different stuff, I just think that's interesting. And that was missing, which was also dumb. Because him seeing the past with a cybernetic eye would have been a nice layer to this thing with him and the whole past thing, but why not? Now Jet went from having, if I remember correctly, now has an ex-wife and a daughter. And there's like this funny moment where Spike is fighting and he's like doing this thing with the daughter. That was kind of the only thing I found okay with the daughter. But once again, if they would have just made this something else and did similar stuff, I think it would have been better. But I'm just looking at Jet like, I don't like that I'm knowing this much, and it's kind of annoying. And I know they added it because they're trying to make it different, but it just came off, I don't know, just off. And like Kimmy now is like showing up a few times because the name of his daughter, and I'm like, so we're going to do this now to try to add more levity to a character that already had levity with the fact that him being an ex-cop and wrongfully and trying to be a good bounty hunter. And all right. But back to Faye. Now, I got some more stuff to say about Faye. Because this actress, for all the crap she was talking, this was just terrible. She talks when no one asks. And I don't mean in the sense that someone has to ask. Like, you know how sometimes someone will go, hey, I like this dress, and that person just pops up and goes, well, I don't like the dress. Nobody asked you. It's like, shut up. Her hot takes are stupid. The only thing that they kept about her was like the memory loss and the debt that she remained. Outside of that, she was just awful. And something that almost made me turn off the show, I had to stop, was when they were like, "You're trying to blackmail us?" And then the lady goes, "Well, you are a black male." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Burn in a car fire. And I'm talking about the script. And it's also funny because it was annoying that Faye wouldn't leave this time. She stuck with them. And I really, really, really wanted Faye to leave, like she used to do in the show, because I couldn't stand her in the anime where they kept abandoning, where she kept abandoning them. And this one, she was sticking around. They were like trying to make chemistry. And it wasn't even chemistry. It was just straight up annoying. And then Vicious didn't have his bird. That was annoying because I always thought that was interesting that a villain, had a pet bird. That was stupid. They did like little things where it was like on a shirt and stuff, and I'm like, you could have just put more in the budget and did that. You're Netflix. Stop acting like you're broke, even though sometimes you should be with some of this garbage. And this felt overall like the Masters of the Universe again. Started off strong and quickly fell off. The music was good. But personally, I like Jet with the mystery, so this was kind of annoying. Then Ian the Robot just, I'm just too frustrated to even talk about that. Then you got Julia. Now Julia is an authority over Spike and Vicious. Huh? Why? Because she's a woman and it needs to be that way? Because F men? She was a driving force, but now he did that. Spike the Elder is his dad. And why? It wasn't needed. Why? It worked the way it was. He's supposed to be mysterious and hard to read. Not every villain needs to have these extra deep layers to make you almost think that he's a good guy. No, Vicious is bad. Vicious is mystery. That's what made Vicious work. That's why I liked Vicious. Doing this actually just made it more like he was a crybaby. Oh my God. And for Faye's character, they were so stupidly busy worrying about her dumb outfits and how they did it and taking it to the fans and doing it all around that they forgot who the character was. In all honesty, and excuse my language because I need to curse on this piece of crap, she was a raging bitch. And I freaking hated every second. I wanted to throw something at her face like a water balloon full of hot water. And then Faye's hair being dyed was also stupid. So, if you couldn't tell, this was hot garbage. This was straight up garbage. Okay? The only good thing out of it, these little things, was the music. Spike's characterization was pretty decent overall, but even then it still felt lack. I feel bad that John Cho had to break his leg for whatever this was. They're indicating there's a season 2. They'll probably get it. Good God. It was just no. And Jet, the actor, did a decent job, but really, it just shouldn't have happened. And congratulations, Netflix and Cowboy Bebop. Looking at the Rotten Tomatoes, you got fans and critics to come together to realize that this is garbage. I'm sorry, it just is not sorry. That's it. Geek Protagonists, please tell me what you think. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay real. 10 hours of my life of... All right, I'll see you.